ooh, did you really go there? What's up, girlies? Welcome to the Pretty and Powerful Blueprint. My love letter to my girlies who need language for decisions, frameworks for growth, and to the girlies who are intentionally building a life that looks different. Let's get into the details. Elevation doesn't announce itself. It shows up in what and who no longer fits. And the mistake most people make is trying to carry everyone into a season they weren't built for. Now, girlies, I know some of y'all are listening to this as you are driving in the car. You might be at work. You might be at the gym. But this episode, gonna make you say some things out loud. You're gonna be like, ooh, did you really go there? Or, ooh, that was a good one. This is going to invoke some emotion from you, girlies. So be mindful of your surroundings. Let's get into it. Nobody really talks about the part that everybody can't go with you to the next level. Elevation isn't just about growth, it's about separation. And it's not because people are bad or because you're better, but because proximity has weight. It's requiring something of those people that you let in your inner circle. Everyone who has access to you has influence over you. Your thinking, your pace, your priorities. And elevation just changes what you can afford to carry. Just because someone walked with you before doesn't mean they can walk with you next. You know, most girlies don't even struggle with boundaries. We struggle with the guilt that we have when we set those boundaries. Guilt for changing, guilt for outgrowing, guilt for needing more space, more focus, more quiet time. So we overexplain, we overextend. We stay accessible to people who drain us because we don't want to look different or we don't want you changed. Elevation requires difference though. You are going to the next level and everybody cannot go and it's not going to look the same. Everybody isn't going to see the vision. Everybody isn't going to see the why behind it. And girlies, in this new era, we are not overexplaining. I, for one, am done overexplaining. I've always felt like whenever I get ready to go to the next level or I make a significant change in my life, I have to over-explain it. And really, a lot of that over-explanation was rooted in the need for additional confirmation and additional validation. And so I would over-explain what I'm doing. I would want to get on my platform and over-explain to you girlies, like, okay, why do we change the name of the podcast? Why do we do this different? Why do we no longer talk about that type of content? Why do we no longer talk about this type of content bucket? We're not doing that. No more of that, girlies. But back to the original things that we were talking about. I want you guys to know that if everyone still fits and everything still fits, you haven't shifted yet. I'm going to say that one more time so y'all heard that because I know we went a little off tangent. If everyone still fits and everything still fits, you haven't shifted yet. Let's talk about the real cost of access. Access actually costs more when it's misaligned. Your time gets fragmented. Your energy gets diluted. Your focus gets interrupted and your goals stay delayed. That's not a motivation issue. That's an access issue. If everyone gets the same version of you, nothing in your life can move forward with intention. Remember, girlies, elevation doesn't fail because of lack of effort. It fails because of lack of boundaries. So what does change when the elevation is real? Elevation doesn't mean cutting people off dramatically. It means moving differently, quietly. It looks like fewer explanations, slower responses, more intentional availability, and clearer priorities. Once you start to elevate, you stop negotiating your time. You stop justifying your focus. You stop apologizing for protecting what you're building. You don't owe everyone access to you. You owe yourself alignment. The cost of elevation is realizing that not everyone can come with you. And not everything should. This isn't about loss. It's about capacity. And you can't carry the future you want while holding on to what belongs to the past. So let your access change. Let space form. Let elevation settle in. This conversation doesn't end here, girlies. You already know where to go to get your mini activations. Head over to the socials, eb_ and the details with 2 S's to get your actionable steps for the week. The work is going to continue in the choices that you make after the episode. We'll continue next time.